Hey guys, this is Hock. Welcome back to the channel and to Grounded, where we are in the Oak Lab. We actually came in here because I went back to the Pawn Lab to try to recover some of the items from off of the supply shelf. I got a whole bunch of it was raw tadpole meat that I cooked to use, but I wanted to make sure to jump in really quickly because some of the meat was water flea meat and it needs to be analyzed. There was also a rotten slime lantern torch, so I'm going to be analyzing these three things at the moment. Okay, no new recipes for that, but we do get science. The flea meat. Oh, it's part of liquid gills. Okay. I assume that's probably something to allow us to hold our breath longer. They're under this, I believe. Liquid gills. A scientific mystery that allows you to breathe underwater for a short time. Requires a water flea meat, eelgrass strand, and a raw tadpole meat. Okay, and the last one is, of course, this mushroom chunk. Which is what I thought. It allows you to craft mushroom slurry, but I believe it allows you to craft mushroom slurry in a greater quantity than the smaller mushrooms that I had before, which is why I'm growing the large mushrooms. I'm going to continue gathering some resources here. I could not fit everything in my inventory when I went back down to the Pawn Lab, so I'm going to go back down and collect the rest of the items from the supply shelf. And then we're going to talk about what I want to do today. One of the things I hate to admit, one of the things that I am actually looking to possibly do today is to kill a wolf spider. In addition to the fact that one of our quests for Burgle is to craft a spider hood, which we cannot do without the mandibles. Is it mandibles? Spider hood. Spider fangs. These only come from wolf spiders. The other part is that I actually really want the insect bow. I'm going to be making the crow crossbow as well, but I like bows, so I want to have both of them as an option. And of course you see that the insect bow, in addition to spider chunks and silk rope, requires spider fangs. So where am I going to find said wolf spider, you may ask? Well, very simply, this is where he lives when he's not out patrolling, is underneath the tree. I believe there's another location over there as well that they sometimes sleep outside. There's multiple of them. Gosh, I'm not looking forward to this. But anyways, that's one of the things that I'd like to do today. I'm also probably going to head back down to the hedge lab at some point and try to collect the molars that I couldn't collect while I was down there previously because of the fact that I did not have the insect hammer. And I think there's a couple of places. I didn't spend a lot of time in the upper yard because if you remember when I came out of the hedge lab, I was very, very thirsty. And this section of the upper yard, the upper hedgerow, I believe there's some raw science smattered about in here as well. So I'm going to make sure to grab that as well. And there's a couple other things then that we will probably be looking at today. One of which is that we're going to start applying some of the milk molars. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and do some additional resource gathering and I will be back with you guys. All right, guys, now's as good a time as any, I suppose. I have 4 of the water flea roasts because of the fact that they were all down in the Pawn Lab. So I have them stacked on my hotbar along with some fiber bandages. And gosh, was there something else I was supposed to have? Anyways, I also have the boost juice smoothies, and I have some fuzz on the rocks with me. What I'm going to try to do for the wolf spider, I'm going to try to pull it, I'm going to try to pull it with the sprig bow. And then, as weird as it sounds, I did check the card for the wolf spider, and it's weak to chopping, slashing, and spicy. I don't have access to spicy yet. So right now on my hotbar, I have the level 2 bone dagger, and I have the level 2 insect axe. I do have the red ant club just in case, but my intention is to kind of pop the boost juice and the fuzz on the rocks before we go in. And I neglected to mention this. Let me grab a shield quickly because these are both one-handed weapons. point of the mussel sprouts, if you look here, there's always some form of a base to the smoothie. What you have at the beginning of the game is normally grub sludge, but once you toggle that over to the mussel sprouts, you can see that you get an extra meaty health bonus, and it makes the smoothie type beefy. So what I did is I actually made a couple of the beefy green machines, and those are on my hotbar. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to, oh gosh, kill a wolf spider. All because I need its mandibles. Wish me luck. Alright guys, so none of the wolf spiders are in this cave here. There is one other location that I occasionally see them. Unfortunately, it's over and it's spider infested. And obviously, I would prefer not to be trying to manage multiple spiders at once. So I'm gonna, I guess, try to see if I can pull this wolf spider down here to the pond. But I want to make use of these water flea meats while I have them. As a matter of fact, something just... There is the wolf spider. You can barely see it, but something just moved this clover. So I need to try to see, like I said, if I can try to get the wolf spider pulled down here. I can't... I mean, I'm not even convinced I'm going to be able to take the wolf spider. I certainly can't take the wolf spider and another spider. There's a molar in there. If we kill him, maybe I can get a molar. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to pop a fuzz on the rocks. And we're going to take the boost juice. Whoops. The boost juice. And actually, I'm going to move the water flea meat down there because I want to make sure that my weevil shield is on my hotbar, just in case I pull out the insect club for whatever reason. And we're going to shoot it. Oh god, this seems like such a bad idea. Alright, what? Okay, I missed all of those.
I'd eat this normally.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Ah, face your fears. Achievement unlocked. And I got some sort of mutation called mithridatism. Oh my gosh. How many of those spider fangs did I get? Because I need more than one. Oh, thank God I got two. Ah. Holy cow. I'm having a heart attack at the moment. Let's save before we go in here, just in case there's a second wolf spider. Oh, yeah, I don't have my hammer. Shoot, I gotta go back and get it before it respawns. This guy I can fight, though. I'm confident in these. Okay. And in an exciting piece of information, that was actually 100% perfect blocked. I am getting slightly better. It is possible, people. Even the worst of us can get better at this game. All right, I don't even have a torch on me, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this out, and I'll go grab my insect hammer. By the way, guys, I do 100% admit that I think that the reason I was able to conquer that spider was because of the fact that it got stuck on the log weirdly. It couldn't attack properly, I don't think. And you know what? I'm okay with it for the moment. Hopefully we will get good enough with the game that I'll be able to take them on regularly. But I am hoping to get some better armor as well. Although I didn't mention, I did upgrade my armor. It's actually up to level 4 now because I wanted to make sure I was as well prepared as possible for this. I do think there's another wolf spider on the other side of this thing, too. It just sounds like it. All right, let's hop in here really quickly to the hedge lab. And we will analyze, before we use these spider fangs, we're going to analyze them plus the spider venom that I got from that guy. I will not be making a head mount for a wolf spider out of these spider fangs. Maybe later on once I get really good armor or something, but... And we can now make venom arrows. Oh, and we've leveled up. And we can make some black ant armor now. Okay, so one of the things I mentioned that I was going to be doing today is that I want to make sure that I apply some of the milk molars. Shush, Burgle. I did not make it down to the hedge lab yet. Like I said, I kind of hopped into the pond and I realized that I had access to kind of stackable meats. So I wanted to make sure that I used them. So let's hop in here. Oh my gosh, I got a lot of science. All right, guys, I actually was looking at this for a long time and there's a couple of things I want. However, I just thought of something. We never gave the other super chip to Burgle, so I might hang on to this science for the moment. But let's look at the milk molars. It looks like I did apply a mega milk molar at some point. I did increase max consumable stack size here, and that allows me to carry more of those, the fiber bandages and such. Probably at some point we will be going max resource stack size, which will allow me to carry more things like, you know, the things that I pick up and I'm always complaining my inventory's full. But as far as the regular milk molars... I don't think I've not applied any of these yet, and that is because I wanted max active mutations. So I'm going to go ahead and get the first level of that, which actually requires 3 of the milk molars. And then I need to find 3 more so that we can apply a second level. And what that will allow me to do now is to actually go into my mutations here, and I can actually now apply a third one. Your body has been ravaged by the thrilling surge of a poison coursing through it so many times that it has built up a permanent... Ooh, poison resist. Oh my gosh, absolutely. Okay, so that came from that wolf spider. I did also at one point get Myrtine. That was when I went back down to the pond to try to get some of the resources. The push and pull of thick, rich pond water coaxes your gummy little body into becoming a part of this world. Your permeable skin begins to utilize an electrochemical gradient that propels... Burgle. Go away. That propels your limbs like mighty flagella and aids in respiration. So it's kind of like a mermaid type thing. So minor swim speed and plus junior diver. I think I also leveled up on something. I can't immediately think what it was. I am up to level 3 of 3 on Parry Master as well. But anyways, so... let's go ahead and talk to Burgle since we're here, and let's give him the second super chip.
It is quite late, young human. How can I help you today?
Is it late?
Have to keep everything
it's late 11.
It is quite late, young human. How can I help you today?
Didn't I talk to him about this already? I had a weird dream.
Why don't you describe your dream for me?
I was shrunk in an ominous facility.
That confirms it. He had a hunch that they continued his it all confused, but perhaps they only returned to you. So I'm gonna shrunk you. I am pretty sure I was JKing.
Yes,
that was a test.
I was JKing. I did this already. Okay.
How can I be of assistance?
How
can I help you today? today.
I found another super chip.
I knew I could count on you. Please hold while I update
Ooh,
my
2,000 raw science for that.
Here we go. Processing. Processing.
I know I can continue this faster, but I think Burgle's funny.
Woo! Better than ever. My diagnostic module is now restored. Analysis shows the spacer suffered a catastrophic failure in the embiggening cell.
Embiggening cell?
The embiggening cell stores and regulates interatomic energy transfer during the spacing expansion phase of the spacer.
Okay.
Put simply, it controls the rate of growth of the subject and prevents overexpansion, which can be quite messy.
Tell me more about the gross stuff.
Yes. If the subject's rate of growth is not precisely regulated, overexpansion will cause bioorganic subjects, such as yourself, to pop like a gremlin in a microwave.
Hopefully you guys know where that reference is from.
Scientifically speaking, of course.
All right, enough science talk. What's the bottom line?
There is both good news and bad news. Which would you like to have first?
Surprise me.
All natural flavoring is not, strictly speaking, natural. Now you know.
Was that the good news or the bad news?
The good news is that I have a spare cell here.
Okay.
The bad news, it is empty.
Oh, just my
As
luck.
they say, when life gives you lemons, close your eyes and imagine it's a delicious lemon crime. But I can provide you with instructions.
Okay.
The cell must be filled with a special mixture, a cocktail, if you will. Another breakthrough invention by Dr. Tully.
Okay.
Hold please while I push the recipe for the embiggening cocktail to your scabby. Processing. Processing. Error. Missing directory. The directory you attempted to copy does not exist. Boo-doo-doo. Boo-doo-doo. Cheese and fries. It appears the formula for the embiggening cocktail is not in my memory. It must be on one of the remaining super chips.
Perfect.
We will need that recipe in order to fill the embiggening cell and send you home.
Okay.
I am sorry. It seems like the forces of nature are trying to keep you in this yard. But I believe you are here for a reason.
Clearly it's to hang out with you, Burgle. I was just JKing.
Hold on to the empty cell for me. And when you feel ready, retrieve another super chip to see if we can piece this puzzle together.
Goodbye, Burgle.
Have a great day. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
I did not go back out here while I've got a torch. I'm going to do this quickly. I think that I was told that the milk molar was actually over here a little further. I just needed to continue a little further, but I didn't have a torch. There we go. There's ants down there. So if I want to drop down there at any point, I need to make sure that I have my ant armor. Where does this go? Seems like it went down. I would like to make sure I stay up and so I can get back into the lab. Alright guys, I spent a bunch more time looking into this and basically everything is kind of the same. I had everything up to Sign Set Crow previously. I now have the ability to create buoyant foundations, curve bases. There's a cookbook for the pond, but all of this seems to primarily do is give you swim speed and diving. I don't think that's probably necessary. We can make signs or we can make turrets. I don't know about these yet, but basically what I was looking at before is I want to get an upgraded canteen. I want to get a torch upgrade. At some point, I definitely want to get zip lines. I'm not sure as far as everything else other than that. At some point, I want to get the cookbook for the hedge. Not necessarily because of the mac and bees, because that's fall defense, but the Larvania has critical hit chance, and it looks like it's like a larva and a hot dog and grub sludge. So that's fairly easy to get. Do I want it? I can't get it. I can't get it now.
When you can do it the Roby's way, put your cares away and have an exponentially great day.
I could get the fiber bandage efficiency, but I'm not too worried about that now because I do have a lot of fiber and sap, so maybe at some point. I think I'm going to hold on to the other 3,000 at the moment, and we will look at some of the curve bases would be awesome as well, but I'm not planning on doing another base redesign for a little while yet, so it's not anything urgent. I think that's going to be everything. Okay.
Body mass readout is an acceptable range. The skin fold degradation is minimal.
Specimen vitals are stable and holding. Looks like we've done it.
Great job, everyone. Let's set up 3 more trials for replication.
Sorry to crash your party. The Defense Department has arrived early to discuss Project Orc. The director needs you to be present at the meeting.
Not sure what's worse, our director or a 3-hour meeting with the military.
That wasn't my favorite brand of nightmare. You know, I do suppose being a lab experiment in my dreams is a summation of my daily existence. So the military-industrial complex shrunk me down and then prodded me like a lab animal. My life is a geopolitical nightmare. Perfect.
Goodness, guys, I almost missed that. I actually, I forgot that that happens after you give Burgle the super chip. I just barely got the recording started in time. All right, let's go ahead and put away the... I'm going to put away the regular canteen because I now have... What's missing in here? Anyway, I have the upgraded one that I made last evening. I'm going to continue. Like I said, I was going to head back down to the hedge lab at some point. I will show you when I get down there. There is a place there that I did not go while I was down there, and I've learned about it since then, and it will be important at some point. If we ever want to take on... Oh, gosh, as much as I hate saying... If we ever want to take on the Brood Mother. So we will get back to that shortly. By the way, guys, 2 other really quick things before I continue on about my business. I did not mention the toxicology badge that we got. This is, we got this down at the bottom of the pond. It was from that skeleton that we rummaged through. It is, in fact, these are these, like, they're considered like a charm or something, I guess. I don't know. It's an accessory. So we can actually put that in place of the dandelion tuft. And that would give us gas resist and dust guard, but it's going to decrease our amount of poison resistance. I don't want to be worried about the spiders being able to do more damage. So I don't know that I'm going to be using this. So I'm going to be keeping it in here. Also, I did mention I was going to use those spider fangs to make the insect bow. So let's go ahead and find it. And let's make the insect bow. And that will allow us to retire our sprig bow. But we should now have... This should be a pretty powerful weapon, from what I understand. Gosh, my juice is overflowing again. Nothing to shoot other than an aphid. Okay, well, we'll look at it later. All right, guys, this is the hedge ascent. This is the tree that there's the paperclip, and there's the field station. I did briefly look up a map of the milk molars that are in this area because I wanted to make sure I didn't have to come back down here for milk molars. I think there's one somewhere in this corner, but interestingly, as I was looking out here, there's a cookie. There's also a larva running around, so I'm going to have to deal with him. Oh, there's more than one. Good time to test our new bow. Oh gosh, bombardiers. I was just going to say, guys, I just finished collecting the cookie. I killed all the larvae. I'm guessing that the milk molar must be up on the porch, which we're standing next to. I don't have a way up there yet because I've looked all around here and it's not here. It's not even behind the cassette tape over there. So, Mama said fight the power. Rap mix. Okay. All right, we're going to head up here and I've got a couple things to show you. All right, guys. So this is the lair of the broodmother. It is horrifying. So basically you can see that there are tons and tons of insects all over the place. She is not here right now. You have to summon her, and that is, in fact, what we're in the process of doing. So this is a tunnel that I found before. I had to look up what this was, because there's even, like, soldier ants, like, attached to the webs. But I had to look this up because I had no idea what this was, and I did not want to go in it because I said it looks like a monstrous spider lives here. That's because there is one. This is right above the Flingman disc in the tree that is on the way to the hedge lab. So this is not where we're going right now. We are not going to be summoning the broodmother because we don't actually have the items to do so. That's actually what we're going to go get now, is the information for how to summon her, so that when the awful day happens when we decide we're going to do that we have the capability to do so. Okay, so I guess all of this has respawned? These web sacks, unfortunately they do spawn the spiders, but they will sometimes give you parts for... They will sometimes give you parts for slightly more complicated critters. So I'm guessing I must have missed all this stuff last time I was here. Oh gosh, my inventory's really full. Alright guys, managed to get my inventory sorted out. I have everything from here now except for a tape that we also missed. So we're going to grab this and listen to it as we head to the next location.
Today, Trudy asked, or rather insisted, I take a break from my work for a family day. I'll admit the argument that preceded my reluctant agreement was one for the ages. She just doesn't understand how important the work is. But in the end, all was not lost. As fate would have it, our little trip to Stormin Beach's Wave Park has given me fresh inspiration. A particular attraction sported a zip line over an undulating pool filled with sun-baked tubers, basking in the light of the cruel sun that baked them like red raisins. But I digress. It was the zip line that captured my imagination. Such an elegant solution to my problems in the hedge. When we got home, it was straight back to work. After another argument, of course.
So there's science up there that I didn't see before. Where am I on? Okay, so I'm about here. I'm going to try to figure out a way to get up there.
Don't look down! Don't look down!
Alright, so we are officially at the start of the lab. So where we want to go to get the recipe for this is we want to backtrack out here. And I believe we go up through here. And I believe we go this way. Mushrooms are a good sign. Anytime there's mushrooms, you want to follow the mushrooms. Yes. There's where we're going. Is that a molar out on the tree? Okay, let's do one thing at a time here. Let's go get the recipe. And then we'll figure out if we can get the milk molar without falling and dying. It's definitely a molar down there.
Get your science here.
So once we're here, here's a scabby. And we also have the broodmother research notes, which is Dr. Tully trying to bait the broodmother. He does a trial where he puts in a cook weevil. She has no interest of raw ladybug, some interest, but not enough to lure her from her lair. Bombardier raw, no interest. Bombardier cooked, the odor is horrific, nearly visible, yet it seemed to appeal to her, perhaps if combined with ladybug meat. Trial 28, ladybug and bombardier cooked. Success. Though noxious, the broodmother could not resist the bait. That said, having seen her up close, perhaps I should continue to study her from a distance, at least for the time being. So, that gives us the ability to make the broodmother BLT, which is here. Bombardier parts, ladybug parts, and a thistle needle, I guess, to pin it all together. And when you make that, you deposit it in a location around there, and then it lures her out for you to be able to try to battle her. I know. The next question is, why would you want to battle her? I'm not sure. I suppose there's probably a reason for it, but I don't know what that is at the moment. Alright guys, I'm going to take time now to go get the Mega Milk Molar that was actually in the Hedge Lab, and then I'm going to try to get another one. Another Mega Milk Molar, which I believe is close to here, but will force me to jump out of the tree, which is why I'm going to start with the one that's in the actual lab, and then hopefully we can get a second one. Alright guys, I finally made it. So this is a different route. We followed a route to get to the other part of where we got to the broodmother. It's just over here a little ways. I'm not quite sure exactly where it is. But right now I'm right above the water fountain. I don't know if there is a great way to get there, but I do believe that is a Mega Milk Molar that is out there. So I'm going to attempt to see if I can get over there. Oh, this is a great vantage point. I'm looking for something specific that I don't know where it is, because one of my quests for Burgle, wrong menu. I have to find Toad Swamp. I looked up what that is. Some of these things, like, they don't give you a location for them, so you kind of have to look them up if you're not familiar with the game. You're looking for a toy toad in water. I don't know where that is. And the other one is Rake Rock or something, so I have to go there. There's a rake that's propped up against a rock, but apparently there's a toy toad in a body of water, and that's where the trail marker is that I need to complete. I'm guessing there's probably a more logical way to get over there than where I am. I'm not sure how to get there. Let's go peek back in here quickly. Because I imagine I would have to go back up zip lines at this point. Oh. Hey! I didn't know that was there. To be fair, I said I'd looked up a map of where some of the milk molars were, so I wouldn't have to come back. I couldn't find them. So, that's kind of ironic. Alright guys, I wasn't able to try to get out on the pond. I kind of sort of fell before I could get to any place that actually felt like it would really work for me to try to get to.
Just give me a second to let my eyes adjust to that.
There is one of the milk molars that's in the upper part of the hedge. We are now beyond the wall. But we've got some Orb Weaver Juniors.
This is a lot easier than lab.
Alright guys, everything that I have showed you up until this point was in the upper part of the hedge. So it was kind of up here, just so it's beyond this wall that you can only get to once you've gone into the hedge lab. If you make your way all around there, you'll be able to find all of those things that I found. It was science, brittle marble, brittle quartzite, a mega milk molar, all of those kinds of things. This is the one difference is, like I said, I wanted to try to avoid coming down here if I could prevent it in the future. This is all the way down in the bottom right-hand corner. There is a milk molar down here. So let's grab this. And then since we're all the way down here, we are going back up the hedge lab ascent again. And we are going to try to get that last mega milk molar that I'm aware of from the bird bath. And hopefully we'll be able to figure out a way to get out there. Guys, there's another molar on top of the juice box. I'll tell you what, some of these maps, it's a good thing they have them, because how would you even get up there? Well, guys, I found a way that's either going to work or it's going to be really stupid and it's going to kill me. I do have one aphid left. I should probably use to heal because my health is quite low. I followed one branch, and it's really high, and generally these clusters of leaves are solid. Ish. That one was maybe not as solid as, like, it's kind of like this is what I was expecting. I was hoping I could jump over with my dandelion tuft, but I'm not sure that that's going to be possible from here. Oh my gosh, that was about as stupid as a way as I've ever come up with, and yet it worked. Best by 09/1990. Okay. Alright guys, so after I got the milk molar that was on top of the juice box, I tried to get to a spot that it looked like it was promising, because there's actually a zip line that doesn't appear to be connected, and the branch does actually go out towards the bird bath. However, I fell out of the tree, so I gave up. But I did promise that we were going to be doing this in this episode, so I wanted to make sure that we got back down here. Just looking at all the things on the ground, because of course there's got to be a way to get into another portion of the lab. Alright. Let's go up here and make sure we get some air. Oh, I forgot. We should be able to go into the portion where we got the one circuit breaker, too. We should be able to chop those vines and get that other milk molar as well. We'll get that first, actually. We, of course, now have a level 2 dagger because the bone, this bone dagger is a level 2. There we go. So it was a milk molar. It looked like one. Alright guys, I came back up to refill my air supply. So what you're looking for here is we're going to swim back out here, and there is going to be an opening. It should be pretty well straight below us, I believe. Is this it? There we go. That's what we were looking for. There will be a ton of spiders back here. I'm going to try to ignore them. Uh-oh. There's a lot of them here. Somewhere in here is a key. Key. I don't want to have to fight them all if I can avoid it. Key. Then you just need to make sure you remember which way is out. Sorry, I'm applying a bandage. I did check, by the way, for more muscle sprouts. They have not respawned yet. I am in need of a bunch of algae, and there is a ton of it here all in one place. This is great. Okay. Let's head back out here. We need to get air. We'll probably just pop up here at the moon pool because obviously we want to head back that direction towards the treasure chest. Okay. And obviously the treasure chest was on the pathway in. So you just head back out the way that we came. And here it is. And we now have the mossy key. And we've got... Oh, hey, look. It's a burgle chip. I was wondering where this was. I can't pick it up. I can't get the angle on it. Mega Milk Molar? Sunken Outpost burgle chip. Alright guys, well, I don't know exactly how long this episode has gone on. I know I lost track of time when I was meandering through the hedge maze trying to get all of the different molars and science locations that I could find and everything like that. I have been recording this for a very long time and I need to finally end this episode. So anyways, that is going to be it for this one. So I'm going to thank you guys for watching. If you've enjoyed this episode, feel free to like and comment. Also subscribe so that you get notified of future videos. But for now, my name is Hock, and this has been Grounded. And I will catch you guys next time.